It is the first Wednesday of the month. It is Wednesday, June 4th, which means another edition of our 1210 WPHT Veteran Spotlight brought to you by Window Nation. For all of your window and door needs, visit windownation.com. As we have Reni Campbell in studio with us this morning, and she is a former member of the United States Army, and the Army's had some very good news to share, and we'll get to that coming up in a moment. But we were just chatting during the commercial. And Reni, first of all, it's good to have you in studio.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And you were a great talker. So as long as you just do exactly what you did off the air, this will be fantastic. And I think you can do it because Reni is or was a drill sergeant.
Yes.
What is that like to just whip everybody into shape and tell a bunch of dudes how to handle their business?
It's crazy because some of my trainees were a lot older than me. They were like 2 times my age. They had like 3 kids, and Here I am.
Yes, and here you are. So here you are. You're a Travis Manion Foundation Mentor for youth and serves in the Army Reserve. You served as a drill sergeant, an NCO Communications Security and Repair Supervisor. No clue what that means, but sounds very important. And has recently been selected as a warrant officer candidate and an aviation officer. So explain to some of our non-military audience what exactly all that means.
Absolutely. So a warrant officer candidate is pretty much a person who was selected to be a warrant officer. Your duty is to pretty much do whatever you were selected for. So I got selected to be a pilot. So my future responsibility would be to be a fixed wing warrant officer in the United States Army.
Okay. And last year, you completed your MBA at Penn State. We won't really talk too much about Penn State. I'm a Temple guy, but it is what it is. While also simultaneously completing active duty orders, but your education doesn't stop there as you are an aspiring doctor.
Yes, I am. I got accepted to Temple University for their...
Good choice.
Yes, very good choice. I did my undergrad there. Go Owls.
Yes.
I got accepted to do a 1-year post-bac pre-med program, and then hopefully with a nomination the following year I'd be starting medical school.
Any idea specifically where you want to go medically, or is...
Yes, I want to go into surgery, general surgery.
General surgery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then eventually go into trauma surge.
Okay, so you like money.
I do. Doesn't everybody?
Yes, we do.
You know, Cal, as a drill instructor, maybe she can help us train for the bike ride.
Yeah, can you whip me and Greg and I into shape in the next 5.5 weeks? I need to shed like 13 pounds.
So we need to take our bikes to the Jersey Shore from Atlantic City, and we're doing it all for a police charity. So do you think you can help train us?
Yeah.
Get going, you fat bodies! Let's go!
Yeah, that would be great. If you still have that in your system.
I think I do. Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. I love it.
Awesome. So now you also are focusing on the Travis Manion Foundation with the Character Does Matter mentorship program. And TMF is very near and dear to all of our hearts. We're just 2 months removed from the last TMF Radiothon Foundation. What led you to this? Is this a way for you to kind of still be around like-minded military people and give back to your community? What led you down this road?
Absolutely. So it was actually my mentor that got me introduced to the Travis Manion Foundation, Jimmy White. Absolutely love him. One of the best veterans I know. He served in the Navy. And he introduced me to it, and I just got to be a part of this community with incredible people. And honestly, I feel like it's a way for me to feed my inner child. I didn't get to see influencers like this when I was a kid, so now that I'm doing it, I get to give back to kids who are just like me growing up.
Real influencers, not like social media influencers with 1 million followers that make more money than we do.
Exactly.
So what led you down the military path? I always feel like most of the people that I speak to every month, they have some sort of family history. Was that kind of what led you down this road, or are you the redheaded stepchild? Are you the first one to go down this avenue?
Yes, I am. So I'm the first person in my lineage to join the military. Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like I'm setting a path for my kids to hopefully do the same.
Okay.
But yeah.
And we mentioned the Army. They hit their recruiting goal yesterday.
They certainly did.
With over 4 months to spare. And that has been a major issue for the last handful of years, short of the Marines hitting their goals. I'm sure that makes you proud.
It does make me proud. I saw it on Instagram, and I was shocked. I didn't know that happened, but it's great that it did, because now means that drill sergeants can work full time, especially in the reserve.
All right.
One of our YouTube chatters wants to know if Nick could pass the new PT exam.
Yeah, what exactly does that consist of?
So the Army Combat Fitness Test, you have your deadlift, So you know how to deadlift.
Yeah, I did it in high school 20 years ago. Is there a certain weight you have to do? Is it like 175, 225? Is there a set number?
So the minimum is 140. The maximum is 340.
And you have to do 1 rep?
3 reps.
Oh, I could do that. I could do 140 3 times. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I think 140 is the female requirement. But
I identify. I am now known as Nicole, and I identify as a female, and I want to do 140.
I love this. I love this woman.
This is great. What are the other metrics for the other exercises as far as?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you have a sprint, drag, carry. That's the worst one. That
Sprint, drag,
alone
carry.
has like 4 different exercises in it, and you have to do it in under like 2.5 minutes.
We'll skip that one. What else we got?
There's the ball toss. Actually, no, they got rid of that.
Okay.
As of June 1st.
All right. Shoulders a little sore anyway.
There's the plank.
Okay.
Hand release push-ups.
Oof. Great stuff, Reni. Thank you so much, and thank you for being a great Patriot.
Of course. Thank you.
And she's going from Penn State to Temple. And, folks, if you're watching on YouTube, she is donning the cherry and the white. Our Veteran Spotlight brought to you by Window Nation. For all your window and door needs, visit windownation.com.